welcome back to my channel. This is Live Calisthenics, where we teach you how to level up consistently over time. Check out the cool Gymshark t-shirt, a black and green compression shirt that we got that released earlier in November. So today we're doing an upper body day, starting with some pronated grip rows here with this bar. I like this a lot because it works on your rear shoulders, a lot of the upper back, and the traps. So right here, I don't necessarily pause at the top stretch. However, I do let go very slow and controlled. 2 sets of everything is basically what we're doing. And then we are going to move with some shoulder press with the neutral grip here. And I like this machine a lot. It's easy on my shoulders, especially with this grip here. An overhead shoulder press is definitely one of the key movements you should be getting strong on. If you want to get some strong and aesthetic shoulders here, we are building a Greek god physique. So on the first heavy set here, we did like 4 reps, and then I did 3 when I dropped the weights. On my second working set, I kept that same weight because I want to get stronger here, making sure that I'm doing some good movements, but also not sacrificing on form, not that we're a little bit fatigued here. Just some strategies that we do to get stronger. So we are moving to incline chest press with 255 pounds here. I am slightly getting stronger since it is easier for me to move this a little bit faster. And I'm going all the way with the range of motion here. Then I'm decreasing the weight just to get some more reps in, since I want to empty out the tank. And then we are going for 3 more reps here, going all the way back, all the way forward. Hold it for 1 second and then slowly releasing it on the way back up. And then that concludes the first set here. So the incline chest press machines, I'm doing them a lot more recently compared to doing dumbbell incline press, just for the safety of, my shoulders, forcing myself to just get stronger overall and not in a way that's going to hurt or injure me. So again, with the second working set here, too heavy. We fell on the last one. So I decreased the weights, and then just going all the way up and all the way back down for my incline chest press. And then we're doing some machine flies here. So an upper body day for me, because I'm so busy, would consist of 2 back movements, 2 chest movements, all the shoulder heads, bicep, tricep, and forearm. So I really like the chest fly because you feel that contraction when you are holding at the top stretch here with your hands close together, forcing your arms to be as straight as possible and not bending too much. So we're just doing 110 pounds, not too much of a heavy weight, because I want to make sure that I'm doing my form correctly here, trying to be, being very mindful of how I'm doing my workouts here, right? So that's the chest fly, and then we are moving on to doing like a drop set here, just to make sure that my chest is getting more fully developed. And we didn't do any weighted pull-ups or weighted dips today because I want to take it a little bit easier. Also, I want to change up the workouts. Sometimes they do get boring. Of course, if you are a beginner, definitely stick to the same routine until you get stronger and being able to do all these movements here with proper form. Then you could change up the routine every now and then. And then we're doing one of my favorite exercises, the Katana Flyes here, to work out the posterior deltoids. That will make your shoulders pop out more. People usually focus on the lateral head, the front deltoid, especially with all the pushing movements, but not many people pay attention to the posterior deltoid. This is something that's very key into making your physique much more balanced. Also helps you with your posture. If you have an upright posture, keeping your back straight, definitely adding this into your routine will help you develop that. Ironically, this also targets a little bit of the traps, the lower traps and middle traps here. So, always add a rear delt movement into your upper body days, especially on your pull days. There is also a statement that claims that, having strong rear deltoids prevents you from getting injured, right? But not 100%. It's not like 100% injury-free, but it's a way to prevent the amount of injuries you have in your life. And then we're doing some reverse grip lat pull downs here. I want to be mindful that I'm trying to get a thicker, stronger back, especially the lower part of my back here. So adding here an underhanded grip is essential overall for your back development. And as you see here, I'm holding that pause for 1 second, slowly releasing on the way back up. I'm going to do my reverse grip lat pull downs. And also a strategy if you want to develop more the back development and even bicep forearms here, removing your thumb from the equation and just not using it, like wrapping it around the handle, makes it much more difficult. And as you see there, that very subtle movement, I put my hand on the grip just to make the last rep much more easy. Here we're doing some cable crossover tricep extensions. Here, like kind of like a hammer grip, kind of somewhat underhand, a mix between an underhanded and a hammer grip, just to pop out some triceps, making sure they get stronger. And with this movement, when you do an underhanded tricep movement, you don't need too much weight here. As long as you're able to do a proper form, your elbows are behind your back, as you see there, and then your shoulders and elbows don't really move too much. We're going to go back to some skull crushers in the next video so we can show you guys again and, you know, see how effective they are. For me, even though they're not my favorite tricep exercise, they definitely get me sore, and I definitely do feel it a lot on my triceps. So here we're just going out for the full burnout, reaching at full fatigue. And then we're doing some lateral raises here with 30 pounds with these Nike dumbbells. Very cool. I'm liking them a lot. They look very, you know, like they're marble design. So here I'm getting stronger because I've decreased the weight. Usually we do 35 heavy lateral raises, but with the 30 pounds, I'm able to go much more higher. I'm able to keep up the tempo here. I did go slightly fast on my second working set. However, going higher with these lateral raises lets you get that full development for the lateral head of your deltoids. Here we're going on a deep incline bicep curl. So holding the top peak for 1 second and then slowly releasing it back on the way down. You're going to be very mindful when you do these to get stronger, thicker biceps, a little bit of forearm action here as well. So just 2 sets of these is what we were doing. I feel like my arm is getting much more stronger, it's getting developed. The veins are slightly popping out more, so that's pretty good progress that we see in our arms here. So 5 to 6 reps is all what we're really doing, since 40 pounds is quite heavy. High intense workouts with low volumes, my style of training. And we are doing some reverse grip curls here for the forearms. 2 sets of these is pretty much what we're doing here. And I do see some strong forearm development. It's very cool. It adds more to your frame. It balances out so that way your upper arms do not look, you know, overpowered compared to the forearms. So you got to make sure you include some forearm action into your workout. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button.